All right. Hey, everybody. Shannon Albright, as you already know, probably. Today is May 21st, and I really don't have a huge agenda for tonight. First, I want to say, I want to apologize. I feel like I haven't been 100% present over these last few weeks, and you guys have known my situation, and I know you guys all understand, but I just still feel bad. So if you guys feel like I'm not helping you in any way, or I haven't reached out to you in a while, just please, if you have any questions, feel free to message me. I'm just so stressed right now about my situation, and tomorrow I'm going for an ultrasound, so please pray that there's still a baby's heartbeat in there, because when I was pregnant with Ryan, there was a few times where we've seen a heartbeat, and then the next week there wasn't one. So my appointment is at 8:15 tomorrow, so if you all can just please pray that there's still a little baby in me. So anyway, with that being said, let's just move on. So we've got, it's not the end of the month yet, and I know that I always used to get discouraged if I wasn't at Success Club by now, like it wasn't going to happen, or if I didn't have a point on the board, it wasn't going to happen. And there's been times where I've pushed and pushed and pushed, and guess what? I made it happen. So you guys need to really ask yourself, how important is this? How important is for you to grow your business every month, to help 3 to 5 people every month, and to hit Success Club 5. So it's really important for you to push. There's so much time left in the month. It is very doable. So please do not get discouraged if you're at SC0 right now. It is very, very possible. So I don't remember if I posted in the group, but I thought about, again, starting a challenge in the beginning of the month, since there's people that need to still push for SC. So June 1st, we'll do like we did this past month. We'll have the clean eating group, we'll do a 21-day fix group. And then if you have any challengers for a general group, we can join up with Inspiration Nation, because they always have, groups going. So we can invite to everything. And in fact, when I invite to a group, I don't usually invite to a specific challenge. I don't say it's a 21 challenge. I just, I basically, assess whatever their needs are. And 9 out of 10 times, a 21-day fix is usually the best program, because, it's usually beginners and starting out. And I just feel like, 21-day fix is great because of the nutrition piece, but you guys can invite to anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be the 21-day fix. And so this coming Monday, is anybody interested in doing another sneak peek? Does anybody have any interest in inviting for that this month?
I can invite. I don't know if I'll have anybody for it, but I think we should try.
Okay, let's try. And if not, I'm sure we can post something in Inspiration Nation to see if anybody else has one going, if we don't have enough, to do on our own. I actually put a post out tonight. I don't know if I'm going to get anything out of it, but we'll see. Like I'm always trying to do different things of looking for coaches posts on my wall. So if you guys want to take a look at later when we get off what I put on there, and that was actually suggested by one of the coaches in a push group that Crystal and I are in right now, and I basically completely stole the whole entire idea from her. So if you want to, just whenever you get a chance, just take a look at that, and if you're interested in doing that yourself. So do you guys have any questions about what's coming up? Okay. No? Okay. So this clean eating challenge. Okay, I am the first to admit I am not a very creative person. I'm more of a person that basically, if something's already done, I take it and then just make it my own. Basically, a lot of the posts that I get inspired off seeing other coaches' posts, and I make them my own and do it. And the same thing goes with our coaching groups and the template. I basically took a few templates and created one, that I really liked for our challenge groups. So with that being said, the clean eating group, I'm getting really bored of doing. I've been doing it every month for a really long time, and I'm just so bored of doing it. So if anybody can think of a challenge that they want to do, it's always important to do a free challenge at the beginning of every month, because that's a great way to build relationships without the pressure of selling anything. So if anybody wants to start being creative, if you guys want to team up together, if you want to form like a little small group maybe, and like come up with like a different idea for a challenge, like it could be like an ab challenge, it could be like a couch to 5K, it can be whatever it is. It's just, I think that we should just do something else than the clean eating. But I've had a lot of success with the clean eating group too. But I guess just because I've been doing it every single month, I'm bored. But I know a lot of you are newer, so it's not as whatever. So if anybody wants to take the bull by the horn and just try and figure something out, I would be open to suggestions. I would love that.
Well, I think that's a really good idea, but two, along with that, would it also be maybe a good idea to just maybe revamp the 5-day clean eating too, in addition to that, just to kind of add maybe a different flair to it? Or some people want to do it more than once, and then they're getting like basically the same exact thing. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind like just kind of going in and, just maybe kind of changing it up a little bit.
I would love that. I would love that. Just something. Please take me out of my misery. Because I also want to keep it fun and interesting for us too,
Right. Yep.
And keep us excited so we can get our challengers excited. So yeah, so would love that. If any of you, does anybody have any suggestions? It's like something else that we can do for that.
I liked the idea. I don't know if it's necessarily the whole couch to 5K because that would take quite a while, but something about kind of getting them off the couch or something that's more the exercise related so they can kind of choose, do I want to do like something depending on their needs, if they want to focus on the part or if they want to focus on the exercise part.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tracy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. How about, like getting off the couch and starting like basic things you can do at home that you don't have to purchase anything.
Yeah.
Because I know my last clean eating group was like, oh, well, I didn't know I'd have to buy special food. And I thought, what?
Yeah. I don't know how we can make it any more simple than
right.
what we do it. But yeah, what do you suggest for that? That's a great idea.
Well, we could use if they could like film like milk jugs with like cat litter, jump rope.
Soup can.
Oh, you mean like a workout type thing? I thought you meant like more food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, we could mix it up.
Yeah. So you mean like to do it along with our clean eating challenge, or like to have like a different workout for each day?
Yeah, we could do something like that.
Yeah.
Like do it alongside.
I think that's great. You could even post one day, do like a squat challenge, the next day do an ab challenge.
Mhm.
I like that. I like that a lot.
You can throw planks in there. Everybody can find something they can do.
Yeah. Because I got to be honest with you, when we do, so there's that one challenge in the group that that is the exercise that has the workouts, one from Shanti and the other from Autumn. And that used to be the challenge on Tuesday. And I purposely moved it to Thursday's challenge because I found that when it's Tuesday, nobody does that challenge. And then I feel like it ruins the tone for the rest of the week. So I put it at the end of the week. And I'm starting to think that since this group is more basic and for beginners, like the Shanti one is just super crazy probably for them. And I don't know if I ever watched the Autumn one, but yeah, maybe if we can do like little challenges, it doesn't even, coaches sometimes do like a 30-day not clean eating, but a 30-day free group. It doesn't have to be 5 days. Like Kathleen, I think every spring does a 21 miles in 21 days type thing where, you know, people walk, you know, 21 miles in 21 days and it's free. Like they don't have to purchase a thing. And it's just, and she just posts like inspirational stuff every day.
Or we could even do it too, like have some of the days just be about number of minutes. And each person can do whatever it is they like to do, but it's a number of minutes and maybe increasing the number of minutes as the 2 weeks goes by or the 1 week goes by. And then it would be kind of interesting to hear if everybody posts what they chose to do that day. It would give other participants ideas of things that they could do.
Yeah.
So, because some people might
Great
do
idea.
things that we don't even think about, you know.
Yeah.
Whether it's swimming, walking, biking, you know, but it would be kind of interesting to see what people chose to do in their 20 minutes that day or 30 minutes the next day or whatever.
Yeah. So do you guys want to form, like, maybe like if anybody is interested in forming like a little group and working together to create something?
I think that's
Sure.
a great idea. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I froze
Oh.
up for a minute, but now I'm back.
Okay.
I think that definitely sounds good, combining like the clean eating with, I like the minute thing. That's pretty simple.
Because that's kind of eventually what we want them to do anyway, is to come, you know, do the combination of food and exercise. So, you know, it's really just kind of getting them started off in the right frame of mind right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can like every day you can intensify it a little bit. So like maybe the first day is only walk for 10 minutes, but then the
Mhm.
second day walk for a mile. You know what I mean? Like something to intensify it a little bit.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Well, do you three want to work together, Tracy, Jen, and Nikki?
Sure.
I'm fine
Sure.
with that. Yep.
Okay, awesome. And maybe I'm not talking about, I mean, if you come up with something by, you know, the 1st of June, but I mean, if you want to just wait until the following month, just to give you guys time, it's up to you because I know everyone's really busy.
Well, and I've been debating what to do because, you know, my goal was to do another ad before this next month and get back on track with things. But I now have another surgery scheduled for a week from Friday.
Oh,
So
no.
yes, I'm debating. It's just the skin graft, so I don't think it's going to be a big deal in recovery. But I really don't know. So I'm kind of leery about doing the ad, and then what if I get a really good response and then I'm not able to keep up with it? But I
Yeah.
really don't want to wait a whole other month. So what's your guys' opinion? Like, you know, I mean, maybe I will get a semi-small response and I'll be able to handle it, but it's just
Yeah.
one of those things you don't know. I don't want it to be like that one time when I had like 30-some people, and then here I am trying to recover, and the recovery is worse than I thought it was going to be, and then like I don't want to let those people down or like feel like I wasted that opportunity, you know.
Yeah.
This recovery, Jen, is going to be a whole lot easier than the last things you've gone through.
That's kind of what I think the
whole lot
worst part is just going to be getting the pain under control from where they take the skin. And other than that, I don't think the recovery is going to be that bad.
Yeah, it won't be anything you've gone through. Everything you've gone through already is a whole lot worse than what you've got right now.
Good. I mean, you know, I'm glad that it's not that, you know. So I'm kind of leaning towards going ahead and doing the ad, and you know,
Yeah.
while I'm kind of laid up, it'll give me something to do.
Right.
And
Well, that's the next thing I was actually going to talk about. The clean eating ad is how I've gotten the majority of my contacts. So I highly recommend that you guys create an ad for the clean eating group that's starting on June 1st. You can scroll through my my health and fitness page and look at my last clean eating ad. I'm going to start that Sunday evening, and I'm going to run it probably till Thursday, and I usually do $10 a day for it. And the reason why I'm doing it earlier in the week, like your busiest times on the busiest times on Facebook are Sunday and Monday nights. So I always try, and I always notice that if you put out an ad Friday, Saturday, you're not going to get anything. Nobody's on Facebook. Everybody's busy with their family. Nobody cares. So, you know, it's just a great way to get new people, fresh people that you're not friends with, and to create relationships with. So I believe that there is a video on how to create an ad in the file section of our team page. And also then there is a sample conversation that I have with people when they do send me a friend request that's also in the file section. So that gives you a really good idea of how my conversations go with people. I try and when they send me a friend request, that's when that whole first conversation is when I form my relationship with them, so that when they're ready for the group, they're already comfortable, and then, I can just check in on them during the week. So, I try and relate to them as much as possible during that first initial conversation, and to get them really excited about the group. So if you just want to check out in the file section, how to do all that. Awesome. Any questions on that? Okay.
I was just going to ask you if you think there'll be, we should wait till Monday this week since it's a holiday, or do you think they'll put it out on Sunday?
I forgot about that. Yeah, I would probably wait until Monday.
Okay, and then just do Monday through Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because everyone's going to be in party mode. Thank you for the reminder. So, Nikki, I kind of, if you don't mind, I kind of want to put you on the spot for a couple minutes.
That's fine.
I saw that you commented on Jen's post in Inspiration Nation that you are taking that practical social media thing.
Yeah, it just started last Thursday, and I was kind of behind, so I didn't really start till Monday.
Okay.
But I signed up for it after I had sent you that one little video, that webinar. I really liked it, and it just was going to help set up the blogging service and set up.
Do you mind if I ask how much that is?
It was, I think it was $143 for the first month of the Social Media University, first month of blogging service, and the boot camp, and then a content writing workshop.
$143.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've listened to a couple of their seminars already. Practical Social Media, I think, is, for those of you who don't know, I think he used to work for Beachbody or something. He's like big social media guy. I don't even know. And he has his company out there to try and basically make us Beachbody coaches successful, going from barely hitting SC to 40 SC per month. And I'm always so interested in seeing what he has to offer. And they really train you on how to focus on your niche market. They help you create a blog, and they correct me if I'm wrong, Nikki, they just help you with social media, right?
Yeah, and I just like it because it breaks everything down step by step, because I was really feeling overwhelmed with not sure what to do next. And so it just right now we're focusing on getting the blog going and getting our content there, so that when we do invite people, there's something for them to look at. It's not just oh, this person just started last week and there's no information or anything on them, and more of building relationships and getting them to trust us so that they will want to put out money to buy the product.
Yeah, I'm really excited that you're doing that, because I would really love to see, how that works. And, it's $143 is a lot for me, but I am definitely willing to invest in this business if it's going to skyrocket my business. You know what I mean? It's going to make me a really high earner. So kudos to you for going in on that, because I was always I don't know, So, all right. So anyway, so you guys want to know about volume, right? What specifically?
That still fits?
Katie, I think that you
Yeah.
I guess
Well,
I guess just how it affects,
on and maybe get me to head.
is it ranking or
all right.
I just remember recently looking at something, and it was right leg, left leg, and it was showing the different volume on each leg. And
Yeah.
are you still there? Can you still
Yes.
see me?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I just started sharing my screen.
Oh.
So I'm sorry. So all right. So let's go back to the basics with Okay. So when you go into your back office, so every product has a volume assigned to it. So
Right.
you see right here, it says PV50 for the 3-day refresh. So anytime one of our customers orders the PV, orders a product, we get their PV. Okay. And then let me go back. Okay. So now I'm going to go in my Coach Online office.
Yeah, well, that's where they live, so.
Sorry, my computer is really slow when, okay. Okay, so this is our Coach Online office, right? So here to the left, it says My Volume. It's projected PV, projected customer PV, team volume, left leg, right leg. So I'm gonna hit volume details right here. Have you guys ever seen this before?
Yeah.
Okay. So so it says total volume, customer total volume, left leg volume, right leg volume. So total volume is when your customers, not coaches, your customers purchase from you. So anytime somebody orders Shakeology, that's 90 PV. Anytime somebody orders the 3-day refresh, that's 50 PV. And look, I'm going to click on it. If you click on it, it tells you, each customer and what they ordered and how much volume. And that's how I got the 465, right? And then right here, this is your left leg volume. So all the coaches that are on your left leg, this is how much volume was sold. So if you click on that, it breaks down my coaches for me, and it tells me how much volume they sold this past week. Okay? And then the same with my right leg. Now, I believe all of our right legs are our strong legs. So you're going to see other coaches here. These are all the coaches that are on my strong leg that sold, within the past week.
Available afterwards, we can do that.
Okay. So the strong leg is basically your leg that is being built by me and other coaches that are on that strong leg. Okay, that's why it's called a strong leg. The left leg is basically customers that are on your weak, not customers, coaches that are on your weak leg that you place on your left leg. So every time your left leg gets to 100
down Thursday, so.
And your right leg gets to 200, you're gonna cycle bonus once you're up at the Emerald.
Yeah.
So I cycle bonus
I will.
5 times. So my commission just for my cycle bonuses alone was 18 times 5. Oops.
Yeah.
Because it's $90. So I got an extra $90 just from my downline without selling a thing.
Got the primer on.
Okay, just because it's 500, I cycled 5 times.
Okay.
And as a diamond, you get 18. As an emerald, you get 14. So
GT with Ricky tonight.
it's really hard because you want to get coaches on you want to build your weak leg because you want to make that, you want to get as many coaches on your weak leg because you want to cycle more, right? You want to hit 100 as many times as you can in 1 week.
I'm sure he has.
And that's just 1 week, by the way. That was an extra $90 just for this past week that I got for,
waiting to hear back on yes.
So the more
Waiting for that too.
the more volume you have in your left leg, the more times you're going to cycle and the more that's going to go up. And that's basically where, when you rank advance and all these coaches that are 1-star, 2-star, 5-star, 15-star, that's where they make their money. It's not by selling challenge packs. It's by rank advancing. They get the $20,000 a week solely by what their downline does for them. So the whole goal of this business is really creating like your own team, because that's where that's where the true money comes out of this.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I have a
That-
question on that.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
Okay, so like, in order to cycle, it has to be 200 on the strong and 100 on the weak at one time.
Yes.
So like,
Yep.
say if you had 600 on your strong and only 100 on your weak, that's just one cycle,
Yes.
correct? Okay,
But your strong leg, that volume never goes away.
okay.
So okay, so let me show you something. I just learned about this. How did I get to it? Oh, here. Okay, so if you go under my business and then my volume and my carryover volume, so your strong leg volume carries over. So if you didn't cycle, like if you didn't get enough cycle bonuses, it's saved in a bank. So right now, waiting for me,
Oh,
I have 27,742. So the more I build up my weak leg and the more volume that I get from my coaches on my weak leg, the more I'm going to tap into all this.
gotcha.
Kathleen has 1.5 million in her carryover. So could you imagine, like, once, like, the more you build up, the more money that you're gonna be able to tap into that strong leg. And I wish I knew all this as a newer coach, because I definitely would have put a lot of you on my weak leg and wouldn't have worried. It's just really hard in the beginning because you have to focus on trying to get an emerald on your strong leg. So you try and put working coaches on that. But I think it just would also, like, if any of you have the ability to have like a family member on your strong leg, so you never have to worry about like a working coach on your strong leg. But I know that's hard because that costs money, and it, you know,
Gotcha.
yeah. See, I was trying, when I first did it, I was trying to put working coaches on my strong leg because I needed somebody to get up to emerald. And then in all actuality, I put my sister-in-law, I just built my sister-in-law to emerald for me to, you know, to get to diamond. So I didn't need to do that. And I wish I would have thought of that in the beginning, but it wasn't until I was close to diamond, and Kathleen's like, why don't you build up your sister-in-law? I'm like, duh. Like, why didn't I think of that? Because don't forget, emerald, all you need is 2 coaches underneath a person, and they could be discount coaches. It doesn't have to be working coaches. And I didn't comprehend all that. So does that make sense for volume?
Yes. So would you suggest, since like my one person who I thought was going to be a discount coach, so I'm back to no coaches. So when I do get someone else, like I would probably wait to sign up a family member until I have another coach.
Yeah, I wouldn't sign up.
Because,
until
yeah.
But
So-
see, here's the thing. Like, once you get a coach, you should never stop at just that one.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would suggest putting that coach on the weak leg and the family member on the strong leg to start?
I don't know. I don't know at that point if that matters. If it was a working coach that you were signing up,
Oh, so it depends on if it's a working coach or if it's a discount.
yeah, I mean, if it was a working coach, you definitely would want to put them on your left leg.
Okay.
For me, just because when they get their volume, you want to cycle off that, you know. So and then
I see.
And
Okay,
then-
that makes sense.
and then when they start getting coaches of their own, that's going to be all that much more volume for you on that leg.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's tough. Like, I have my husband on my weak leg, and Kathleen wished she had her husband on her weak leg. So I guess it all just depends.
Okay. I'll wait till I get there and then worry about it.
Yeah.
There's
There's
a
also
video.
But there's also benefits of having your family member on your weak leg, because then you can build them up. You can build them up to diamond, and not, or even anything. Like, there's a lot of coaches who, like, once they hit their Success Club goal, say their goal is like Success Club Platinum every month, they then have people buy challenge packs underneath their spouse that's on their weak leg. And then not only do they cycle bonus from that accrued volume on their spouse's leg, but no, not only are they getting commission from those challenge packs purchased, but then they're also getting the volume to help you cycle. So there's benefits, a lot of benefits to having a spouse on your left leg, on your weak leg. Or it's not
Can you
spouse,
hear
but
me?
a family member. Yeah.
There's a video that explains it. I think it's Lindsay Matway.
Yeah, and Kathleen, I think, has done one too. But yeah, Lindsay Matway has done a really good one too. So it's on YouTube.
Okay.
Placing spouse, like how to place spouse or significant other or whatever it is, the title. You can Google it.
Oh, I thought it was Getting to Emerald or something. I don't know.
No, I think yeah. I don't know. All right. Does anybody have any questions for, like, while we're in our back office on how to, like, work the back office or?
I do. Isn't there a way to like see like a tree? I thought I saw it somewhere before.
Yeah. So if you go to Downline, and I believe it's under graphical genealogy. Here's the tree. So here's me. So my first personally sponsored coach was Holly Thomas. That's my left leg, right? And then this right leg here is my strong leg. So there's a whole bunch of coaches that was placed from my upline. And then it just keeps going down. So the colored means that they're still active. And then the grays is they're not active. You want to hear something cool that I just recently learned? Say Holly Thomas didn't want to be, she decided to discontinue her coach status altogether. She's now just a discount, but she decided to discontinue. Do you know that there is a time frame where one of you can take her spot so that you can accrue all of her volume? So the lower you are down in my tree, the less volume you get. The higher you are, the more volume, because you have all the coaches that are building you're getting, like, you get more volume the higher up you are, closer to me. So, like, there is a way, like, somebody can, like, take people's spots in my downline. There's I think it's like 5 days, and they can't fax in that form. There's a form that you have to fax in to completely cancel. So or maybe it's 3 days. So I just learned that. So that's pretty neat. So does anybody else have any questions about our back office? Do you guys know how to figure out, like, if somebody orders from you, how to check right away? I'll just show you anyway. So the only place I figured out when a customer orders and they want to know if it was processed okay was you go over here to Coach and you click on Previous Office View. And then you go to My Orders up here. And then you go to My Customers Orders. And then the most recent purchases would pop up. And then you can also get commissions, genealogy. I just like to play with the back office to figure things out. I'm trying to think, what else have I learned recently? Coach Online Office. And do you guys know about the Coach FAQ?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, like anytime you have a question, you don't have to wait for me. You can just go to wait, where'd it go? You can get to it at the bottom, the Coach FAQ down here. And then make sure it's on Coach FAQ, because sometimes if it's just on Team Beachbody, you're not going to get all the same answers as you if you were a coach. So make sure you always click on the coach part and then type in whatever you're looking for. All right, and then hey. My husband's just pulling up. And 9 out of 10 times the answer is here. And if not, then you can always call Coach Relations. But basically, Coach Relations, what they do is that they just look at the FAQs. They don't know the answers. They just look at the FAQs, and that's why they tell you. Do you know that it's always you can find the answer at FAQ 9643. Because that's how they find the answer too. So, all right, I think that's it. All right. Was that helpful?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So the month isn't over. The month is not over until the 30th or 31st, whatever May ends with, at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there's still a lot of time to hit your goals for the month. So please do not get discouraged, but it does take work. You have to do the work. So ask yourselves, what is important to you? My goal in the beginning was to always hit at least SC5, but now I'm shooting for the stars. I hate that last month that I didn't hit SC5, but it wasn't due to lack of trying. Not SC5, SC10. I only hit SC5, but so yeah. So the month isn't out. I'm still pushing for SC10. I'm at 6 now. So, and to be honest with you, the last 2 points, I have absolutely no idea where they came from. See, once you start, once you're in the business for a while and you have conversations going and you've had previous customers order and then they stop Shakeology, like the one point was from an old Shakeology order. She just decided to restart it out of the blue. Didn't even know. She just messaged me afterwards. I was like, yes. And then my other point was, I have less than 1 minute, was from a lead that she never returned an email yet. And she's been a customer, Shakeology customer of mine for months. And she just signed up for auto ship. So 2 points right there. I didn't have to do anything for. So that just goes to show, if you work your business, things are going to happen. Post 3 to 5 times a day. Keep the conversations and relationships going. And invite. And personal development. Do not stop doing personal development. It's so important. All right, guys. Have an awesome night. I love our calls. No. All right. Have a good night.
You too.
Good night.
Good night.